The Rap Roundtable.
Yeah, another Monday Night Raw, of course. The Rap Roundtable, big energy. Shout out to everybody that's already in the chat. I see the names. Repro Birdies, a new name haven't seen before. Shout out Matt Likes Hip Hop, of course, the veterans. Humble Bragger, Natural Beauty, Jeremy Cole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody in the building. I see King Shane, Tip, all of these people here.
Yes,
What
sir.
it is, of course, it's the Rap Roundtable. It's your boy Jarv alongside Macito, alongside Dini the Balance. I see Nick, nothing else, asked, is this the full cast? I hate to break it to you, but Consider Rap Snob will not be with us again this week. But you know, life happens. Last week he was at work. This week, Sincere is on vacation.
Yes, sir.
Well deserved.
Tropics.
He's in the tropics right now. He's getting his tan on.
Well
Feeling
deserved.
good about life while we're here in New York City potting with y'all. So big
sir.
shout out to Sin. When y'all get a chance, pour one up, take a shot with Sin, wherever y'all at. You know what I mean? But of course, this is the Rap Roundtable. We need 400 likes on each and every video, as always.
Do that.
400 likes plus on each and every video. Hit the subscribe option. Hit the notification bell, of course. Shout out, as always, to the real humans that allow the Rap Roundtable to continue elevating. While you're clout chasing, you bot. The Rap Roundtable is doing this the right way, not cheating the game. And the real humans are allowing us to elevate. Speaking of real humans, 21,000 subscribers now. 21,000 real humans. Over the weekend, we got over 21K. Now we're getting on our way. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's get to 22,000. Then let's get to 25,000. Big, real human energy. But now that we've gotten the pleasantries out of the way, let's talk business. Let's get to the brass tacks of it all.
Yeah.
The Luther video drops. The most anticipated video of the year thus far. A couple weeks ago, we had the Nokia video drop.
Right.
Big talk about that.
Yep.
So, of course, Kendrick Lamar being strategic with everything, it almost is like he just waits for Aubrey to do something, and then he responds in tow, right?
Pretty much.
So the Luther video drops. The numbers are numbering. It's very viral, but then I open the socials, and there are people telling me that Kendrick Lamar's team, PG Lang, supposedly, or maybe it's Universal with the whole Aubrey thing. We'll get into that. But they're saying that Kendrick is botting this video, guys. They're saying that they have evidence of Kendrick botting this video, guys. So let's get into this conversation. We got to go to the embassy because a lot of this noise is coming from the embassy. So we got to go to the embassy first. Macito, the man who does a lot of research here, he tries to make it so that he knows what he's talking about 10 times out of 10. What's going on, Macito? Questions need answers right now.
Questions need answers. You're not lying there. John, let's get right into it. This whole entire issue, everybody been talking about bots since the beginning of this, right? May I say the Rap Roundtable, one of the first ever talking about bots. Now, the evidence that's been put forth by, the embassy, by the Drake fans, by the OVO stands. Listen, Jarv, I can say myself, that's those bots, those random accounts, those non-real humans, those, you know what I mean? The things that people are seeing in the Luther comments, those are bots. I'm not gonna lie to you. Though me and you have seen these type of bots in plenty of other accounts before, the same types of evidence. You know what I mean? What the Drake fans are basically, making their TikToks about doing that stuff. Though, listen, those are bots. I'm not gonna lie to you. Did I see those bots myself? No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't see them myself in real time. I didn't. But I did notice. Listen, I did notice some strange activity though in real time. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, Kendrick has been setting all types of records forever, so I'm not trying to accuse him, his team, of doing things, but the evidence was there, right? If wherever the bots are coming from, it is there. Now, what the Kendrick fans are saying, I gotta tell the complete story, right? Or else they're gonna call me the OVO guy. The Kendrick fans are saying that these are actually Drake fans themselves, because what you do know is that bots can be purchased not only by the person themselves, right, but by your ops. Your ops, you can buy bots and put them on you. You know what I mean? We've never done it. You know, we're not that egregious, but we have seen bot activity in our chats before. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny?
That's a fact.
The bot activity in our chat started at the same time the cosplayers started botting their videos and subscribers.
Ain't that something? Isn't
That's
that something? I don't know if you know
Interesting.
what type of deals
Scratching
they
the
have
chin hairs.
YouTube
Wow.
black markets, these back channel deals. I don't know what's going on. So to be fair, I gotta say the Kendrick fans are saying that it's the Drake fans doing it. And at this point, I can't lie, I'm a little fucking tired of both sides. I would be honest with you. One thing we do know is this, right? Bots or not, Job said it straight up, right? This is the most anticipated video of the year, right? We all know that. It has been the number one song in the country, maybe 7 or 8 weeks running. We do know that, right? So I'm willing to say yes, there is some sort of bot activity, origin unknown. If you're saying that there are no bots, I'm going to say you're lying right to my face. I saw the bots. You know what I mean? Listen, we saw a lot of weird activity, but it just like with Not Like Us, whether there's some sort of bot activity or not, and I think a lot of this not only comes from the lawsuit, but from academics. To be honest with you, academics came out and straight up said that he heard that Kendrick's team is botting. He said 10 to 15%. He said all the botting happens in the front end. So they bot heavy in the beginning, and then it kind of tails off towards the end. That's what academics said. So maybe that activity is going on, but are we gonna lie and say Kendrick's popularity is not real in real life? Are we gonna act it like we haven't seen, botted activity on a lot of sides? You know what I mean? I've seen it. So Kendrick fans, I'm willing to say, listen, he is the most popular guy. He is the number one guy. He's still doing his thing, but don't front. I saw those bots. I saw them there. I saw them, guys. Wherever they came from, I don't know. PG Lane, I don't know, but they were there.
You being awfully politically correct, Mancito. Like that's not what the embassy needs from you right now.
Go time. We
Your
need go
number
time.
one rival is out here, and the
Botting.
people are presenting evidence, and you're trying to be diplomatic.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna go off the top.
Do I need to go to Dini for the truth?
This shit is. Mace, talk to me, Mace, because this shit is wild. I'm expecting a haymaker.
Listen. A haymaker. The haymaker's coming when Nokia overtakes Luther as the number one video. I don't have to worry about rumors about haymakers when we about to come out and overtake the number one anyway. That's gonna happen. Bots or not, guys, it's happening. You see?
I guess I'll have to go to Dini because
I'm a little.
Somebody didn't understand the assignment here.
Mace taking his time. He's trying to warm up. Mace heating up. I see what's going on here, man. I think personally botting on any side is wackalicious. Whether you're doing it for ups or downs, you get what I'm saying? Let the people be the people who decide what's going on. Shout out to the real humans. You feel me? I think it's a little crazy. I think I sent the video. That video dropped at 12 o'clock, the same time as our town video. Shout out to the town. Shout out to all the people over there that did their thing. Man. And I sent it in the chat, and I was like, it was high up. And then I checked it again after we aired our joint, and I was like, yo, we had like another fucking 200,000 in the course of 2 minutes, bro. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying when you are the guy of the evening, you may be able to get that type of shit off. But I just thought those numbers were heavily inflated. Granted, like you said, Mace, number one song in the country, whatever, and all that. But it was just flying off the handles. I didn't even go to the comments because I know it would have just been straight anarchy, but the numbers were just flying, bro. But I feel weird saying that it's only biting off that. I know people are fucking with this song. I know people are fucking with this album. And people are fucking with the individual, Kendrick Lamar himself. So I know people are going to pop out crazy. And this is a song for the ladies. It's not really a song you're going to be listening to with your bros. So I feel like they would have jumped out crazy. But to say there's no assistance... Cat, nigga, there's definitely help being helped here. I don't know who it's on. I don't know if it's Drake. I don't know if it's PG Lang or whatever. but there's definitely something going on with the inflation of numbers. And I look at it like this: don't see something you don't like and say, "Hey, I like it because the nigga I like is on that type of time." But if a nigga I don't like is on that same type of time as this nigga's on both, so it should be that shit is whack on all fronts, which I believe is whack on all fronts. There's no reason for this nigga to buy. He is the guy right now. Like I always say, when it's your time, it's your time. Capitalism, your time. Like I hate, and the fact that people keep saying this is coming off like you can't mention one without mentioning the other. At this point, you really can't. You know what I'm saying? Like well, they work. It's in tandem, bro.
And not to cut you off, Dean, because you're right. But the thing is, like, all of this is shocking to me because if we're gonna be honest here, Kendrick has had bots in his comments for months, bro. It's been a year and we've seen bots there the entire time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's not strange to me, bro, because I've seen him there on Spotify. I've seen him in the botted playlist. I've seen so. Yeah, so like, yeah, you know, and forgive me, but I'm not gonna act like it's crazy here because he's been bodied the whole time, bro. Like, this is the thing here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta be honest.
What about this thing that, you know, people are saying that they're finding like generic comments? There's like people on TikTok and they're pulling up people who made comments who just built their YouTube account like hours before or like a few hours after the video dropped, things of that nature.
Well, that's
like it's accounts specifically made to run the comments up in the video as part of the body.
That's like you know, that's like low hanging fruit, right? That's a lot of people have seen that. That is true. That's low hanging fruit. That's like no offense, that's like math half a level body. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of business going on, and that's why people are throwing the red herring about, you know, maybe this is Drake fans. Because those are the type of bots that you can, you know, kind of throw in anybody. You know what I mean? But it's clear to me is the viewership shows the body more than anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean? When your man can outview Ariana Grande and outview Taylor Swift and these guys, like, so you know what I mean? So that's why I hesitate, because we know Kendrick is popular. We know Kendrick the number one guy, but there's clearly been bots the entire time. So it's like, you know, yeah. We got to be honest here. You know what I mean? We have to be honest here. Job, I don't mean to, you know, cut you off. I don't know what you have to say here, but it's been bots the whole fucking time. Guys.
The whole time.
Just operate on that type
so you saying that his success is not organic? Like, you saying that the bots is trying to create a narrative that he's way bigger than Drake than its actuality?
Not completely, but the bots is definitely assistant. You know what I'm saying? They looking like Magic Johnson right now. They definitely throwing some no looks in the cut. You know, it's happening. I mean, it's happening. We can't Stevie Wonder this.
Right.
We can't turn the blind eye. Shit happened.
It's clear that roids were involved, right?
It's little road rage.
You know, you're the best, but there's clearly roids at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't
y'all little juicing.
I don't know about that.
You know.
I hear, you know, there's some glass breaking right now. I think that's Sin's music. Live on location.
Direct.
Heard
out of the country.
Yeah, I thought the
What are you, poolside, my nigga?
I'm fucking pool in the back, nigga.
Poolside? You came here to talk shit? Poolside? What we doing?
Fucking pool in the back. Y'all pissing me off, man. Y'all making me pull up on my fucking vacation. I'm supposed to be my shorty going to dinner right now.
No beanie Sin.
Talking about no beanie, fresh cut, white tea. You know what I mean? Sipping a little something, pinky up, all of that.
I love it, Sin.
But before I go get my grub on, man, like y'all fucking up my vacation vibe right now. Talking about K-Dot and bots.
It is what it is,
bro. This motherfucker Aubrey for 15 years was the number one guy with some hot music, but some mid music too. Nobody ever talked about Drake and bots being some trash music too. Let's be honest. Nobody talked about bots on his Spotify playlist. Nobody talked about bots in his YouTube comments. Nobody talked about botted views. Nobody. Y'all just let it rain, like and just let it be the status quo, and y'all just went with it. Why? Because he turns up in the club. He turns y'all up in the club. Now all of a sudden the tables have turned on Aubrey. He's the number 2 guy now. Somebody else is the number 1 guy. All of a sudden that guy gotta have bots in his fucking comments and his views and his Spotify playlist. Come on, man. Come on. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck. Mace was talking about it. I think it is much, much, much more likely that these are Drake fans trying to create a narrative that's not really there than it is either Kendrick or his team or UMG or Kendrick fans. I don't see none of that happening. Like, how do you even when you're at that level and at that status?
It's crazy.
How do you even decide to get a bot, a ton of bots with the first and last name, and that's it? That's their whole screen name. Like you don't think they would have? Let's pull on that thread. Let's say they went and got bots. You don't think they would have gotten some elite level bots? You don't think they would have gotten some, you know what I mean, higher tier bots, a little bit more boutique type bots? No, they went.
They wanted some gourmet bots, bro.
They
Come
got
on,
the Walmart bot. You telling me Kendrick and his team in UMG went and got the Walmart bots?
They got the Tajay bots, B. The Tajay shit.
No, there's no way they went and got the Walmart bots, bro.
The Marshall bots, B. The Burlington
the 2 for
bots.
5, 3 for 10 bots. You're kidding me, man. You have to be joking me. Bro, get out of here, man.
Listen, y'all let him get away with the botting for so long that he said, I don't even need to hide it no more. I'm going to play in sight.
Y'all on the losing team. Y'all stay with the sore loser shit. Just take the L. It's only been a year. Y'all had the 15+ year run. It's only been a year. Just take it on the chin and move on, man. Come on.
Dollar General bots in.
This motherfucker is on Aiden Ross stream having a fucking gambling stream, looking like a whole goofy.
Yo, he was looking super corny. His corniness will never lack, bro. We're not talking about his corniness. We're talking about these bizards, B.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. So we currently suing the label with the #2 song in the country. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie to you.
Baby girl.
Now, listen. Listen. I'm glad you back. I feel set up. They said his Wi-Fi was bad in the chat. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Since you're looking crispy.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest with you, but
cool looking immaculate.
I'm glad. I'm glad Sin is here. I'm glad he's having a good time. You know what I mean? He's here, and what you notice is the deflection, guys. Right? This is it.
What's that?
That's the main thing that every time we get to this is deflection. It's like, but what about what Drake used to do? It sounds impossible that for 15 years we had a guy #1, which is, you know what I mean? Listen, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But we needed the fake refs. We needed Tim Donaghy. You know what I mean? We needed steroids. You know what I mean? We needed all type of stuff for this to happen, for your boy to be #1. You know what I mean? They've been out together for the last decade. Kenny got 1 year. Good for him. You know what I mean? But it's clear that we have botting going on because Sin can't even say, no, it's not happening. He's saying Drake did it too. You see what I'm saying?
No,
this ain't even like Drake defense. We're just saying your man jumped on the team.
Bots his way. What's going on?
That's it. This ain't a defense, Drake attorney defense.
I'm not saying.
We're just saying your man might have got some assistance.
I'm not saying this.
I'm a real human streaming the album in the song, so it's not me, guys. I'm not the bot. Don't blame me. I'm helping run him up.
That's what Sin's doing over there out the country.
Sin botting these songs that I can't deny that I'm passing a bot or two on the way towards success. That's all that I'm saying here.
Jump in, bro.
Let me.
I was saying nothing, y'all. Y'all doing a great job.
Let me just make something very, very clear. I am not saying that there's not bots in action. What I'm saying is where are the bots coming from? And I'm saying it's much more likely to be coming from Drake's side to create the narrative than it is to assist. I honestly don't think and Kendrick or his team or UMG thinks that Kendrick actually needs any assistance here. This is the #1 record in the country. Why would they think he needs assistance?
For the kill block, for the kill shot, bro.
Meanwhile, we know Drake is a goofy. He's on Aiden Ross purring like a cat for whatever reason.
Academics needs a 5 with that man, bro.
Throwing crazy gang signs in all up in the camera.
Yo,
like get out of here, man.
Every time I see him pop out with Aiden Ross,
his fans are goofy. And that's why I'm saying
I want to jump in.
Goofy ass fan. I got you, but I'm saying it's his goofy ass fans that's trying to create this narrative.
Look, real quick. If you come into my chat crying about us having this conversation, don't get cursed out, okay? The Rap Roundtable talks about everything.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? So please do not come in here, especially if we don't know you like that. I'm gonna find you right now. Especially if you don't be in the chat like that, and you come in like do you know who this person is? I've never seen Mabali Love. Okay, you're not gang like that to be like. I can't believe you're running
talking
with this
crazy.
We talk about everything. Lock into the conversation. As you can see, if by now you can't see that there's two sides to this conversation, you're just crying because we're talking about it. That's not the route to take here. Secondly, I got my nachos. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a blast because Sincere the Rap Snob came through like I knew he would.
OT.
Crazy.
Y'all thought I was gonna miss 2 weeks in a row?
Clear the ring.
Hey, listen.
So sincere.
I haven't said anything about this because I wanted to make sure that the embassy got their takes off. I wanted to make sure Sincere set the record straight. But I gotta, this whole conversation is very comedic to me. Even if he was body, right? The one thing that Sincere made a keynote point about was the fact that the whole point of us laughing at the OVO capo himself is because he has benefited the most from all of the fabricated stats, all of the fabrication, all of the manipulation. Drake has benefited from this shit. So that's why when he started to sue Universal, it was like, I know you not talking. What is that shit from ATL? I know that's not who I think it is. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been benefiting this entire time. So for you to complain now that the label decided to label, so what, nigga? Let's say hypothetically it is. So what? Kendrick a new artist? He just came out yesterday or last year sometime. He the new crack on the block. His crack been good crack. It's been good crack for over a decade. If he got a new connect, y'all mad? Y'all mad that he got a new connect and it's even better crack than it was
new
before?
Plug.
It's a new plug. You know what I'm saying? Sad to say that at a certain point, that the old crack don't hit no more. We've been seeing it. We've been seeing this since what was the name of the album with the emojis on the cover, Mace?
CLB.
Certified Lover Boy. That's not good crack. Then you tried to do the House album. It's not good crack.
Terrible crack.
Her loss. She ran to Atlanta. You got a new plug for a couple months. It was all right. You know what I'm saying?
ATL plug.
You fell off again, King. It is what it is. You fell off so bad that you tried to come back to the block with some block work for the little 6-track joint. And the block you got the block popping for a second, but then in the midst of you getting the block popping, somehow or the other, Kendrick got a new supplier. His crack is better crack. All of you Drake fans that's out here celebrating this, and I'm of the belief that you lot came together. Shout out to Club Paradise, a group of losers. Club Paradise decided that y'all gonna get together, and if the people don't believe that Kendrick is botting, we will do the botting. We're gonna bot, then we're gonna make videos about it. You know why I'm laughing at this shit? And Dre 7, you can kiss my ass and you say I'm pandering. I don't got a stake in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Did it just last week? Drake's legal team dropped the botting allegations from the lawsuit.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden he's botting the Luther video after they dropped it because they couldn't find evidence of said botting? Huh? Everybody quiet now?
Make it make sense.
Everybody quiet now? What are we talking about?
Listen.
Points are being made here.
It's a good conspiracy.
Everybody microphone stop working.
Points are being made. Cook, nigga.
It's a conspiracy theory, but the bots were there. You know what I mean? You come to the conclusion that they come from the Drake fans. That's slick PR right there. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is. You know what I mean? But as far as I know, Kendrick, he's doing his thing. You know what I mean? We're not gonna lie, but the bots, we see the bots when they have the expose, and they have the botted playlist. Kendrick comes up a lot, right? According to Spotify, they've recently, what did they do? Recently, they've been taking a lot of the bots out of people and two.
Yeah.
Two people inconspicuously lost a lot of Spotify followers. It's not 100 million a month no more, Sin. Interesting, huh?
Yeah. I think it dropped like 25 mil or some shit. It went down a lot, bro.
What do you think about that?
Listen, man.
Went down a lot, bro.
I
like Steve Rogers too, but the super soldier serum, you know what I'm saying? In unison is Captain America. It's both.
Facts.
Both.
What I think more the more time that goes along, the more time that we witness what's going on here between these two sort of sides of the hip hop scope. The more I keep thinking, and the more I keep coming back to OVO and the Drake side being like the Republicans of this whole shit, right? Because they like the MAGA energy just keeps on coming. Like every time that I hear when I'm watching the news or I'm watching some current events type shit, and I hear that side of things, the MAGA side of shit, the left, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, the right, and they keep like lobbing these allegations against other people. Shit that they very well know.
I know a big allegation lobbed from that side. Huge allegation.
The shit that they know that they do, that's what they saying the other side is doing. You know what I mean? Like we ain't never heard about bots ever in the last, I don't know how many. I can't remember the last time we even had a bot discussion in terms of the music landscape. I know we've talked about bots here at the Rap Roundtable because we see this shit happening in certain spaces. You know what I mean? But like in the music landscape, this is a very new conversation. Why is it that the Drake side is the only side bringing up these bot allegations? Why do they know so much about bots? Why is bots the first thing to come to their mind every single time? You know what I mean? Why? Because they know that side of the game. And they know that they've used that side of the game before. So they're looking at the other side like, oh, they must be doing that shit too. Nah, don't project on the other side. Don't project on nobody else. On what you've done. Don't go accusing other people of doing shit. Like, come on, man. Just creating false narratives. That got me sick, man. Get out of here. I'm supposed to be vacation.
You got my man poolside at the pool with the bell. Just
but like,
talk to me.
It ain't like both sides can't be doing the same fuckery though. You get what I'm saying? Like no one's taking away from the fact that Drake probably, but I'm sure Drake is botted. You know what I'm saying? Especially to maintain that spot for so long. Like it's one thing. Like when you have like Jarv said, the crack. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just want to get people a little more hooked. Sometimes you might throw a little something extra in there. You know what I'm saying? Step on a little something. Maybe like a steak. Maybe this ain't regular sea salt. Maybe there's some Himalayan shit. You feel me? Sometimes you gotta hit it with something a little extra to provide a little more zazz. At this point, they're like, yo, you're in contention. You're the guy. You're going up against pretty much the guy who's been the guy, you know? So your numbers are gonna cook. But sometimes you might have to add a little razzle dazzle on this shit so we can show we really not just cooking, but we stomping on this nigga, you know? Like that shit could happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a few fans watching the game. You might give out some free tickets so more niggas can come to the game. In that sense, you know, I'm sure all sides do it. But let's just not act like this nigga is impossible of doing this shit. That's that God complex, Mo. That nigga's been doing. And I hate when niggas do that shit, bro.
You know what?
You're hating again, Dini.
I'm not, bro. Honestly, I've been. What happened the other day? I was watching the I'm the Luther video. So my dumb ass hit somebody's breakdown. Nigga said, yo, the elevator ride going up and down is to show the trials and tribulations of love and how love. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas are different. Y'all niggas are different, bro.
I'm not even trying to go there. You know what I mean? Because
that's some psycho shit. Like,
you know, check out episode 121. You know what I mean? For the fellas thoughts on G and X's album. So I'm not even trying to make fun of that. But the thing is, the facts are the facts, right? We went from what bots, we went to where are the bots, to we went to no, those are bots. But
those are bots.
Like, how far are we gonna progress until we admit, yeah, there are bots there? That's
like that. That's the whole thing. We can't act like the nigga not botting. Like I said, we got to take out the fact I like this nigga. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga that you don't like do something, we hold a nigga feet to the fire. But if it's a nigga we like, he do the same shit. All of a sudden, it's not as bad as when the other nigga did it. It's still botting, bro. At the end of the day.
Look, man, stop worrying about bots. Put out better crack. How about that?
You ain't capping. You ain't capping.
If you haven't by now, you know, because I've been a fan of this episode. I'm like y'all in the chat right now. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Run those like button. Stop what you're doing. hit the like button, keep the chat active, hit the notification bell after you hit the subscribe option. If you haven't by now, subscribe to the Rap Roundtable. Lock in. Lock all the
407
way
real humans,
in.
gang.
Talk heavy. Listen to me. At the end of the day, in this digital space, sometimes shit is just not gonna be real. You know what I'm saying? But when you think about, it's a word that I like to use when it comes to these kind of topics. It's called equity. You dig? And when it comes to equity and alongside integrity, Kendrick Lamar has the high ground right now.
No question.
And we gotta put it like that, you know. And a part of me just being an observer, because again, I'm waiting on the Clips album. I'm waiting on maybe a Jay-Z to drop. I'm waiting on a whole bunch of other shit, because those are the dogs that I have in this fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I look at Kendrick Lamar and the way he discusses how much he dislikes Drake and the sham mockery that takes place alongside him sometimes, it wouldn't surprise me if Kendrick is deciding to defeat Drake after the disses with death by 1,000 cuts. I'm gonna play your game, because part of it feels to me, when it comes to Aubrey, it's like hater energy, because you've been in that VIP section for mad long, right? And he pushed you out that section, and now you on the opposite side of the venue, staring at the section, mad as fuck. And Kendrick knows that you mad as fuck. And Kendrick got his bottle in his hand. Let me get the bottle. And he dancing. He's having a good time. He pointing at you. Every song that come on, he's making eye contact, sipping and pouring, and he's pissing you off. Because you don't think that Kendrick know what's been going on with the fraudulence?
No question.
That helps to inflate the Drake impact. So part of his game has always been, and you've seen it with the Canadian tuxedo and all shit like that. A lot of this is a systemic breakdown of this dude, and we're seeing him respond emotionally often, going to these podcasts, wearing strange outfits, looking tired. I seen y'all brought up the man unit. The nigga went from having braids to a fade back to braids. How?
Yeah,
how, gang? You know what I'm saying? You all over the place. You running around with niggas. Even if you knew about Top 5, you wasn't visually seen with Top 5. That when you was at the peak of your popularity, where was Drake with the Top 5? Was maybe you could correct me. I don't mind being wrong. Was he on the scene with Top 5 like that before?
It was more like stories, and I know him as such and such, but he wasn't running around with him in the club.
He wasn't flicking it up in the club with Top 5. No disrespect to Top 5. I don't got nothing to do with him. What I'm just saying is, you seeing this man moving real different. And it's because Kendrick, at every angle, is pushing the button. And he's annoying him. Everything that you do, I can do better. I got to coach him. The coach that's never accepted you, I got him now.
Yeah.
And I you know what I mean? I always had the white people. So now I got pop radio again. Because let's not forget, before he took a self-imposed sabbatical, what's taking place now could have taken place between 2017 and 2018, when he was crunching with Damn and then the Black Panther soundtrack. Then he decided to dip off. So now Drake's worst nightmare is that he's in the casual conversations. He's getting, you talking to the ladies. Remember, the ladies didn't like Kendrick. Here go Luther. Now you got the IG and the TikTok videos with the ladies playing the Luther alongside the biggest R&B act in the world right now. Everything is happening very systematically, I should say. So he's struggling. And I keep telling y'all, and I go back to this point, when you in a situation like this and you getting beat up, you either got two options. And if you new here, I'm gonna tell you right now. The hate is choking me now. You either gotta shut the fuck up and get back to business as usual, or you gotta rap. And Drake is not doing either. He's failing at this. Here you go. Tom, can we stop for 1 second?
Hunt 9, you walked right into this, dude.
My man.
Walked right into it,
Hunt 9. Go to our fucking channel and go count the amount of Nas-related videos that we have.
Shit me.
And then after you do that, right, I want you to go fuck yourself. That's it. Because I hate. I tell you, y'all know how I feel about people.
We got time today.
So much time.
Or just wait till Wednesday.
We spend
literally wait till Wednesday. Because we dropping on Wednesday.
Oh man.
Mad Nas videos.
A lot of Nas videos.
Complain.
I've been in hit
3 years
boy
straight.
Instagram posts.
Right.
Covering Nas. Fuck you.
Yo.
Anyway, but it gets me to the next thing. The next topic, right? Not only is Drake out of pocket and he's spiraling because he's still refusing to be aggressive in the right kind of way, Mace. But then you have, to me, the most desperate fan base I've ever seen in rap. It's these Drake fans. To me, Drake fans, and not the ones who got some sense, but the stands who are not hip hop, who are trying all of these things to make Kendrick look crazy, they got to be the most desperate and pathetic group of people I have ever seen. They're pathetic. You out here doing all of this. Yo, that just shows that you're not hip-hop. You're not of anything. Y'all in that Club Paradise shit, having a whole bunch of sideways conversation about black people and hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? And your behavior right now speaks to the fact that you don't get it. You never will get it. And this is why songs like Not Like Us piss you off, because this type of behavior is sad. When Hov lost to Nas, we talked bad about Nas. For years, we talked bad about Nas. But we still kept it rap. When he dropped his albums, we showed love, but we were still hating. It was a little Dirty Mackin' alongside respecting the rap. Y'all are on these socials acting like hoes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all living up to the OVO moniker. Y'all are pathetic. The most desperate fan base ever. Macito, speak for your people. Make it make sense. Why are they so pathetic?
Listen,
why is so pathetic?
That was brutal.
Crazy question.
That's brutal.
Loaded as fuck.
It takes a lot, you know. This was a hell of an ass whooping, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be a hell of a, you know, straws we trying to grasp here. Like you say, Job, there's a lot of there's almost like two Drake fan bases, right? There's the pre views fan base, and then there's the fan base of Drake when he just got popular, right? So those fans of Drake, they're gonna use those arguments, right? Much like in the sense of a Jay-Z fan that instead of arguing about his bars, he's gonna tell you about his money, right? It's that segment of Drake fans, right? Talking about, you know, the Not Like Us faction. The people are gonna talk about, you know, the sales, the record labels, the number ones. They're not sophisticated Drake fans like me and Dean, you know what I mean? They're not gonna talk about how, you know, the 2 times that Drake and Kendrick did get on a song together, Drake barred them up both times. That's the type of argument I like to make. You feel what I'm saying? I like to make the argument that, you know, when Kenny, you know, needed help, Drake blessed him by putting him on the classic Take Care, you know what I mean, and giving him more exposure than he ever had in his entire career. That's the type of arguments I like to make. Not sales arguments, not cloud arguments, not anti-black rhetoric. Come on, guys, we're better than that. We can make these arguments. You know, you heard the story how Drake was looking to bless, you know, the people, and he gave any fucking problems.
Listen, man. Listen, Listen, Mace. No, because I'm tired of this too. You know what I mean? Y'all keep bringing up shit that happened like 15 years ago. You know what I mean? 14, 13 years ago. Like that's when Kendrick was around Drake and realized what a
whoa. Because when Nas fans talk about Illmatic in the Jay-Z battle, we don't say it was 15 years ago.
No. I'm just saying this shit that happened 15 years ago when they keep wanting to bring up how Drake helped Kendrick out early in his career. Cool. Yeah. That was once upon a time. Kendrick was around, probably, so, you know, around him on tour or whatever, realized what a goofy bozo he is, realized what a fucking what a fucking the vulture he is, and decided, you know what I mean, I don't even want to be around this guy no more. You know what I mean? I don't even want. Maybe after Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick was like, oh, I might make like a Take Care type of album. You know what I mean? He was like, no, fuck that shit. I'm not trying to be like this goofy bozo over here. Let me go make To Pimp a Butterfly. Let me make something for the culture, because I'm not trying to go down the same path as this vulture over here. You know what I mean? And it's never been the same. Yo, that shit, that's one thing that's for goddamn sure. Nothing was the same again after that. You know what I mean?
Nothing was the same.
I'm not trying to hear y'all keep bringing this shit up that once upon a time Drake put Kendrick on a record or put him on a tour.
Like, I mentioned he brought him up.
It's crazy because hip hop is so much about once upon a time, though, bro. So much of hip hop is about that.
And we got better intros too.
But y'all no, you don't. But y'all act like it was something that happened on a regular basis, like every other year. Like Drake was tapping Kendrick, like, "Yo, come on this tour with me. You need the help, brother." Like that very clearly did not happen.
This is the real issue. Like May said, like there's two sections of fans, bro. This niggas that just be like, Drake makes good music. He got some tunes, and I truly feel this in my heart, bro. We had this conversation. Damn, it was the episode we talked about Wu-Tang having that connection with like white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even if you don't know no other hip hop, like Wu-Tang is kind of like your bridge into the realm, and nobody gonna argue with you because you say you fuck with Wu-Tang. Everybody be like, yo, who don't love Wu-Tang? But I think where we at now is Drake is basically the quantum realm for like the non-hip hop fan to be a hip hop fan. If you get my gist. Like
I absolutely get your gist, and I agree with that 100%.
It's like you might not know shit about hip hop, but you just like Drake. And right now that he's getting cooked, it's almost like your hip hop ties are being severed. You know what I'm saying? If you're just like you said, the post views niggas, like you're being severed from the culture. And if you're a person that's like, yo, this is my only way in, like your back is against the ropes, bro. I don't feel that way. I feel like let the heads roll, but some niggas are really tied in.
He got a rap because it's like you made a good point there, Deanie, about that quantum realm, because there is a sweet spot somewhere where Drake has resided for quite a while, but now Kendrick is there.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? You gonna be passive about it, or you gonna be like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Is Drake passive though?
He's being very passive.
That's what I'm like.
He seems pretty passive about it now. Like, come on. Again,
like,
I keep going back to these Aiden. Why does he keep streaming with Aiden Ross, bro?
Yo, if I was academics, I need 5 in a box with this nigga Drake, bro. That shit is foul.
Yo,
Moni, chilling with Moni. Pull up. You trying to hop on or not? Let me know in the chat.
On this Aiden Ross stream, Ack finally got to speak to Drake for the very first time, voice to voice. Because that almost sounds crazy. But pause
without the keys involved.
But he finally got to speak to the motherfucker after how many years of glazing, bro? Like, come on, man.
Yeah. I need 5 for the energy he puts into this shit. If he has not been able to get him on the stream at least once to really like talk about shit, that's the stream that I think will ring off crazy. Drake pull up to act shit. That's an instant. It might be like 10, 20,000 niggas in the chat that day, bro. Like that's some real shit. People want to see that happen. It feels crazy because it's like if Drake, let's say Act backs off now, he would look just as crazy if he keeps supporting. He's in a no man's space.
But you know what? Bro. But you know what, Deanie? You making some strong arguments. You having a third quarter run right now. You know what I'm saying? I like what I'm seeing from you. But Macito is back. You know, like the Kendrick fans cut his power, but. It's, you know, we beating on the Drake fans, and deservedly so. But don't you feel the same way about Kendrick fans?
Obnoxious niggas.
If I didn't, then I do now.
I love you, Sin.
Box on your own man. That's crazy.
You're my brother.
I didn't think it came to this. It was either you or these Kenny. It was either you or these Kenny fans in the chat. Listen, we gotta talk about the Kenny fans. You know what I mean? And I got a lot of them. You know
let me pour a little more in the cup.
Out the Ariel Smoke. You know, I got love for a few of y'all.
Smokey.
But I gotta call y'all out. The K and 9, if you will. The people who are
K and 9 is crazy.
You know what I mean? The people who are out here, you know, making allegations, making up things, doing anything to slander, you know, the other side to try to win this battle. Listen. I love Euphoria too. You know what I'm saying? But it's getting ridiculous. The Kenny fans, listen, I personally got to call them out. I thought y'all had more sense than this. Sin, if you want to disavow some of your homeboys, you can do that.
Nasty.
But the Kenny fans, y'all going too far with it. You know what I mean? Like, I got to call y'all out. It's like Dean already said, y'all already reached with the lyrics. I'm fine with that. In the spirit of hip-hop, I'm fine with that. But if y'all going to be out here lying about bots, lying about what's happening, being upset about shit that doesn't even matter, I gotta call you out. You and every one of you in the chat, and you who are watching that's not in the chat, I gotta call out the Kenny fans. Y'all deserve it.
I'm
top rope.
I'm just
Macito has spoken.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch it from
the real ones, the real human ones,
from a wide angle lens, and I'm just gonna go off of the reputations. You know what I mean? As artists, Drake's reputation versus Kendrick's reputation. As fans, Drake's fans versus Kendrick's fans. And going off reputations, I don't see if there are bots involved. I find it more likely that a certain segment, a certain side of this debate is more likely to use bots for whatever reason they feel that they need to use them for than the other side. That's all I'm saying. We never heard about
no, it's
bots.
not respectable thing.
We never heard about bots.
Honestly, as a nigga that lives
until this year.
As a nigga that lives life a certain way, like I live life a certain way, so I don't be in them type of allegations. You feel me? So there is no like my shit is pure. My shit is
if it wasn't an argument before he lost, he don't have the right to make the argument now, bro. If we all got put this way, let's go back to the bad analogy. Kids don't do these type of things. But if we all on the same block, right? We all got work on the block, and then somebody decided to call the cops on the other one because he wants them off the block. You a bird.
Yeah.
You a bird, bro.
No question. That's no question.
Hold on, but we got some more company coming in here.
Whose music is that?
Is it BTG?
Whoa.
The Bale of the Great. What up, nigga?
Here to set the record straight from the West
all
Coast.
over the world.
That's a good fit right there.
That's a
good fit right there.
That's a good shirt right there.
Is that a round table exclusive?
Looks like it. I see no certification on that. You certified.
This is a K-Bot certification right here. And what we complaining about now?
We having this bot conversation. You know what I'm saying? The embassy versus the Kendrick committee here. It's been a bloodbath for about 46 minutes so far.
Man, your man's been having Transformers for 15 years, bro.
Man.
Huh? He been having Bumblebee on his side the whole time.
I can hear the sound, man. The Transformers.
We complaining about bots now. If K-Dot is using bots, so what? What we worried about? He's winning right now. Let him win. Your man's quote unquote got 15 championships in a row. If you ask certain people,
it's a hell of a lot of chips.
That's a hell of a lot of chips for you to be whining and crying.
Whining and crying or exposing the real.
Yeah, he won so much. Let this other nigga rap, essentially, right? Essentially.
Now, Bela, I'm going to try not to get too crazy because that is quite a nice shirt you have on. So I'm not going to get too crazy, but all we doing is talking about what we see. You know what I mean? From one side, I hear actual proof. We see the bots. Here are the bots. There are the bots. And then from another side, it's a bunch of hearsay. Like, hey, we think he did it for a couple years. You know what I mean? Like, he had to have done it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's what we're hearing, you know? So,
yeah.
I guess we're going to have to see, right?
But here's my question.
But I'm asking you personally.
I got 60% off tickets, man. I might cop me some now.
We in there, man?
60%.
We out to Jersey?
Hold on. At what point during Drake's run did anybody start like digging through YouTube comments trying to find bots? Like It just didn't happen. It's not that like, you know, we're saying, oh, it could have happened, but like it just wasn't a topic of conversation. Nobody went and tried to expose Drake. Like it just didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, we want to have this conversation. Fine, let's go back through all of Drake's YouTube videos and see how many like prospective bots there might be or suspicious looking activity there might be. Like, but it just didn't happen till now.
It's like the daughter. It's not gonna be there, bro.
How you know? You did it? You did the research? You did the knowledge?
Mace did it. I believe Mace did it, bro.
You went through it?
I'm saying, you know, with the way Kendrick fans dig for facts and lyrics, you'd have found these bots by now. You know what I mean? Y'all love reaching on that side.
Because we're not worried about no bots, bro. We're not.
We ain't worried about no bots.
We weren't about the music. We weren't about the lyrics. We weren't about putting feet on necks. You know what I mean? That's what we worried about.
Not toes on shoulders.
Nah, feet on necks, bro. Feet on necks.
Shit.
Legendary,
John.
you know, legendary.
Throwback.
We worried about whooping feet. That's what we worried about.
Okay.
Here we go. Man.
Squabbling.
Bots,
Double,
man.
and
squabble.
double it back like a deluxe. Double it back.
I just feel like when you take a L, you gotta find angles, and I feel like instead of just continuing to fight, you taking sassy subs on some sexy songs for you. You dedicating the whole Nokia video indirectly to Kendrick. Your fan base is out here trying to fight on your behalf and botting allegations, although you dropped it in your lawsuit. It's just like, guys, it's I got you, Bill. I just want to say, like we told y'all, because there's a lot of people who was like, yo, stop talking about the battle. I said the fighting portion is done. We are now in the Cold War portion of this battle. Y'all seeing it play out week in and week out. This is going to be a long Cold War. Don't get me wrong. They're going to rap at each other again, because at the end of the Cold War is either too many outcomes. It's two main outcomes. It's either they shake hands, a la Hove and Nas, or you're going to get something closer to a John 50 where it's going to be never ending. It's going to be Peter Griffin versus the Chicken. It's going to be Spy versus a Spy. But it's like Kendrick is waiting for Drake to come back outside too. Don't get it twisted now. This whole thing, because he said he had 5 more. And it's got tapped. Drake don't want the other 5 lashes. So he's trying to like hide on the periphery, you know what I mean? And galvanize his fan base while not actually throwing a punch, just throwing a little bottle from across the room, a plastic bottle, not a glass bottle, from across the room and shit. And it's just like, yo, like, my nigga, either you gonna rap or shut the fuck up. As you were,
please. Apparently, like he want to throw the hands now.
And look, while you at it, please take K's take his Crocs off. You know, just because the Pistons made it to the playoffs, don't mean you can sit in somebody's locker room. Check your man. Hey,
that shit weird, bro. Why your shorts so short sitting in another locker?
Weird shit. Weird shit. No question.
No, Mace.
Weird shit. See how we can say it? Weird shit.
Let's go.
Hey, what's your man doing in the locker room when nobody's in there?
Living his lyrics, okay?
Oh, okay. All right. I got you.
Not a lot of rappers doing it, all right?
With the extra medium shorts. It wasn't the best look for the streets.
With your legs open?
We ain't need that.
Who's that for?
We ain't need that. Nasty
I mean, I know they saying no Diddy. Should we say no Drake? Because what the fuck is that? No Drizzy?
No
Drizzy? Because
just like how we was talking about South Carolina. I mean, J. Cole. It's the same thing with Drake. Same thing with Drake, bro. It's identity crisis. Identity crisis.
LaShawn Jennings makes a hell of a point here. So you telling me that 9.7 million bots is pushing this song when it's already been #1 for 8 weeks? Y'all got issues. This is a quality point. A song been #1 for 8 weeks and y'all screaming bots?
You know, maybe in the 9th week they used bots, right? Then you never know.
It's possible. It's possible.
8 weeks of real activity just to buy in the 9th week is crazy.
You know what this is?
You're correct. You are correct. I agree with you.
We should salute them. We should salute the Drake fans for finding this.
That's wild.
You know,
the bot's argument is like CP3 knocking down a 3, and now they only down by 35.
Wow.
Yep.
I remember that too.
We got one.
Down by 42 in the third quarter and a half to go.
Hey, bang!
We got one.
That was nasty.
Yes, we got one. That's crazy, man. Nah, but see, yo, listen, man. I'm standing on the side. You know, I always got to quote Sin. I'm trying to be on the right side of history, and my history is Drake rap or shut up. That's it. I'm not condoning this botting conversation any further, you know. But I gotta pull up some more information only because I'm trying to be the neutral party here, guys. You know, sometimes I get cursed out, sometimes I get love, you know. But there's this thing going around, you know, with this tour. Because do remember, Kendrick has a tour, guys. I don't know if we haven't talked about it much, but there's a tour, and apparently, I'm trying to make sure I get the right information for you. They're on the Game Time app. Score last minute Kendrick Lamar on tour with SZA tickets that are selling fast, and you can get it for 60% off. If it's 60% off, is this a sign that maybe the arenas are not moving the tickets the way they need to? Talk to me, mate. Matter of fact, talk to me, Baylor and Sin. Explain this shit 60% off for the biggest tour in the country.
Because I'm gonna explain right afterwards, guys. So
they talking my language. PG Lane talking my language.
One voice.
As we all very well know, I'm on vacation, so I gotta go. You know what I mean?
Good time to go, Sin. Great time. I love it.
Hey, Sin, just swing the rock. Swing the rock.
you take care of this, Baylor.
On the island, nigga. Hey, sit on the island, leaving him on the island. That's crazy.
Sin, not flashing across the court, put a ball. I'm like, yo.
It's like it's 90 degrees where I'm at. I got a drink in my hand.
My take is that like no, there's no shows that's really moving like that. Tickets ain't really moving for shows like that in general. So,
well, the chat is saying they're resellers. That's why they're trying to get off those tickets. Baylor, what do you have to say?
Hey, I wouldn't even be surprised if it didn't sell out in the economy that we live in now. Cats is trying to save their bread up, so I can't be mad at it. But at the same time, you know if it's 60% off on the resale, it's probably regular price at that point.
Yeah, that's a fact. Macito, your thoughts? Yo, hold on, time out. If every time we say something that might be remotely negative about Kendrick, and y'all start getting upset, like stop the blood clot crying. Like come on, like y'all niggas is blowing.
Disgusting.
Have fun, when we celebrate Kendrick, and I throw the bouquet, yes, Joff, hooray. Then I bring up the post that's on the internet from the resale website, and oh my god, I can't believe you guys. Relax.
Stands, bro.
Oh my god.
Those might be the Drake bots.
Listen,
Still, when they said 60% off, I thought them niggas were speaking my language. That's the type of shit I like to hear. You might catch me in there.
Website, so you know the resellers when they go when it originally goes on the site, they up the price because they want to make sure their bread is secure after they spent money for it.
Double or triple the price.
Like everything else, especially if you go to sporting events, the closer you get to the event, the price of the tickets drop. That's just how it goes. Go ahead, Mace.
Hey, listen, it sounds like, stadium tours might have been a bit presumptuous. Right. PG, you know what I'm saying?
I love Mace.
Maybe. You know what I mean? 60% off is crazy. Then you've been to the Kendrick tours, the record selling tours. You've been to them. You ever copped a 60% off ticket, my boy? That sounds kind of crazy to me.
Hold on, Mace, because we got another contestant for the Summer Jams Green. Angel. Says to me, you're trying to point to a narrative that shit's resale. Don't get emotional when the chats call you out, Jarv. I'm pointing to a narrative. Do you watch the show, Angel? Are you new here? Let me know, in the chat. What the fuck I gotta fucking point a narrative for? I like to see the fans get upset. But at the end of the day, it's on my phone. Here you go. I'm reading it. 60% off is a lot of bread. To cut off the price. Bread. I can't ask are you telling me I can't ask my panelists without y'all getting y'all panties in a bunch about why the prices is getting dropped? Let me know, Angel. Moving on. But speaking of tours, because see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. We ask questions on both sides of the spectrum. 60% off is kind of crazy. Granny want to make their bread back. But whatever happened to that tour in Australia though? Did I get rescheduled or? Is that just not a Super Bowl and Grammy season is over? He could be in North America. Mason Healy, let me know.
I'm on it. I just pulled up to Ticketmaster because that's where the real shit happens. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of seats left, and I see the cheapest seats I see now are about 120 cash. You know what I'm saying? So I just remember when I looked at it before, I was like, tickets is kind of steep. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with attendance while looking at these prices now. Like I said, on Ticketmaster, not game time. It's in Jersey. That's the only thing Jersey be fucking me up. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, look at the shit. It's a lot of blue, my nigga. I don't see that much pink. When it's pink was when the resale tickets. When it's blue, that's the shit that's just open for the free world. And I'm seeing a lot of blue, B.
All right, so Dini,
what you see, Dini? I don't think so.
What is that telling you though? What does that do for you?
It's telling me a lot of things. It's telling me maybe, like you said, maybe niggas is tapped and can't spend that money.
Maybe niggas go. You telling me he not that hot?
I can't say he's not that hot, but if you that hot, you be able to sell the tickets. My nigga Beyonce selling tickets for rent. I ain't never seen him.
You
know
just
what I'm
yeah. You just went.
Time
You just
out.
went to Beyonce.
I mean, yo, Kendrick Lamar's not heading that way. I mean, Beyonce's Beyonce, but like Kendrick Lamar's that guy right now, is he not?
You tell me.
I mean, not buy these tickets, but you know,
hold on though.
cool.
Let's be responsible adults here. You know, we're having fun with the topic. Some people can't. You know what I noticed that although we've been potted for so long, people can't tell when we having fun with the topic or when we being like dead serious and having like bloodbath debates. You know what I'm saying? But if memory serves me right, and I asked the panel to correct me, I felt like when this tour was first announced, they were talking about the ticket prices were kind of sky high for these. Am I off base in that?
No.
Well, pricey, bro.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a situation where niggas is waiting for their tax money. You know what I'm saying? Or they waiting for them prices to come down. Because most big events, you have this. In my experience of buying tickets, most big events, the super fans buy the tickets first. They cash out. They don't give a fuck.
No
There's
question.
no price they won't pay. Of course, you have your resale market as well. But then you have the people, again, it bears repeating. There's people who wait till close to the venue. They probably going back and forth about making the price, or they waiting for the price to drop. Could it be a situation where they're just waiting for the price to drop to a number that they're more comfortable paying? Because I ain't gonna lie. You said the cheapest ticket was $120, Dini?
119,
I might feel crazy dropping 120 to be in the bleeders for a football stadium.
Section 310.
You know what I mean?
You in the parking lot. No question.
Right. You're in the
tailgating.
parking lot.
You definitely tailgating.
Yeah. So can't that be a situation?
Make it be known. If it's a 80 seat venue, 80,000 seat venue, and 40 of them is open, that still doesn't mean that your man didn't lose the battle. He still lost.
Oh, that's that part is toast. Definitely won the battle. Now I'm talking about these seats.
It don't matter. I'm just trying to tell you, it don't matter if 40 seats is open or not. Your man still
like
lost.
A hater again. make sure y'all tune in to 121 when we call out Dini melodically for being a clear hater. And he don't know he hating. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga said go to another city.
I'm not gonna even lie to you, Dini. I don't care if Drake sell out or don't sell out. It don't move me none.
That shit. That's important. That's the guy that used to sell out the seats, bro. You're not selling out the seats now. Something's going on.
That's the problem with y'all fan base. Y'all think that's important. We don't care.
But
are you rocking the venue or not? Just because he don't sell out, that's a whole totally different argument.
That's Drake's MO, selling out the show, bro. Like
tag me in, D.
Yo, Macito, man. Get in there.
Listen, I understand, Bailey. You right to a degree, right? But you can't have it both ways, right? We can't have the Luther is killing conversation and not like us kill conversation. And then when we fact check the numbers, certain things don't match up. We just having that conversation, bro.
What's
that? Okay, now the OVO side don't want.
They'll attack your man.
I always tell niggas, you see who fuck with you about who spends the money. Like, so for all the niggas that's out there, Kendrick with the pom-poms, but niggas don't pop out to the shows, niggas don't purchase no albums, niggas don't get no merch, niggas don't really do anything to support the actual shit.
All the Grammys, all the Super Bowl, all the sales, none of the tickets.
Regular niggas.
So you said they spending money. You said they spending money on bots and not the merch.
Yo, that's even crazier. You gonna bot but not go to the show? That's crazy. I might just be in there for the coaching, man.
But the reports are, because we didn't plan on talking about tickets. Let's be clear. Like, this is not a topic that we planned on. You know what I'm saying? So for everybody, again, you know, y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all Kendrick fans are trying not to be disrespectful. Because the thing is, y'all don't know how to talk. You know what I hate about both and we talked about this a few weeks ago. What I hate about both fan bases is that y'all don't know how to talk to people. Like, y'all just start mouthing off real crazy. And then the minute niggas start talking to y'all crazy, y'all get defensive. Scale it back. This was not a topic that we planned on talking about, but as the conversation evolved and I saw this post, I said I throw it in the conversation because it's fun, right? But there was talk that he sold out most of the venues that he's supposed to be performing at. And I'll make it a very simple kind of response to what Dini is saying. All right, let's say now This is a hypothetical situation. Cool. It's a 60,000 seat venue, right? To get the stage set up, everything like that. Plus, you get the floor seats, etc. And he sells 50 out of the 60, right? Let's say hypothetically, he doesn't sell out all 60. We're killing him for not moving the additional 10K, although he moved 50K. I just want to understand the logic.
Hate is everlasting. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if you're that guy, like we're from the era where that guy sold out the show, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that era still counts for today. Like, if you're that guy, those seats are supposed to be filled. Now, granted, niggas can't pay for. I'm not gonna give it
a rest, Chid. Can't pronounce your whole name. I'll curse you out right now. You better relax.
Now, if niggas got the 10 grand,
you bugging the fuck out. See, now you got me cursing. Anyway, go ahead, Deanie.
Like the 10 grand seats, you know them the seats that just make you go, what the fuck are we doing here? Playoff type tickets, 5 grand, 10 grand. Understood, bro. But if we look and it's still like a shit ton of $119 tickets, I just find it hard to believe that a lot of people would not spend $119.
But isn't that nitpicking? If 50,000 other people spent at least $119, you focus on the Alva 10 who did it?
If like I said, if they're in the front rows, I get it because that shit is hard to afford. But look at all the things niggas spend $100 on. Niggas be spending $100 on weed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be spending $100 on a pair of fucking some Uptowns or some shit. Uptowns cost $110, bro.
So you really trying to explain away the other 50,000 niggas who copped?
I'm not explaining them. I'm asking you, where's the seats? If the seats are in the fucking front,
why does it matter?
You know the seats in the front. You know the seats in the front is gonna be taken up. You know those seats are gonna be gone.
I mean, bro, honest, I'm looking at it now. Those seats are not fully taken up.
They talking about the 300s.
They talking about the what?
Yo, Didi, I love that you were dying on this hill, my guy.
Yo, it's my life, man. Dini. Let me live it, nigga.
Look, listen. If he falls short to the acts of MJ, Beyonce, and the Prince, and even the Drake, I think he's won, bro. Look who you comparing him to.
All right, you know what? I feel like because
for a cat who didn't win for the past quote unquote 15 years, but you comparing them to them, what are you talking about?
I mean, my nigga Nas put out, now mind you, legendary artist dropped his KD series, had 20,000 in the Garden. You know what I'm saying? People pulled up.
Show.
I'm looking at two shows. I'm looking at two shows. I only care about the 2 Jersey shows. I'm not going nowhere else. I'm looking at the 2 Jersey shows.
All right. I've heard enough. Now you pissing me off. Now you pissing me off. This nigga said Nas. Meanwhile, Kendrick is doing a stadium show, and you compare one Nas show to a worldwide stadium tour? No, don't say that, Didi. You muted. Because you're not about to take years off my life, gang. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna do that. At the end of the day, if he sold, if he sold, and based on what my chat is telling me here, 20 out of 23 venues are sold out. What are we talking about?
Listen.
Go ahead, Dini.
I'm just talking about the East. I'm talking about my 2 shows, bro. I'm not going. Shout out to Baylor. I'm not going to the West Coast.
All right. He's still trying to explain this bullshit. We not talking about that no more. We not. 20 out of 23 venues are sold out. We don't want to hear your explanation anymore. I'm saving you from the chat, and I'm saving the rap roundtable from the chat because you bugging the fuck out now. Anyway, we done lost Sin. I don't know where Sin went. Dini's trying to kill me. You know what I'm saying?
Malice in the Palace.
Malice in the Palace, nigga. You feel me?
I don't know.
Hey, Sin got
like, oh man, 23 out of 23 is incredible though.
Marlon Lloyd is telling us to move on. Meanwhile, I see mad laughing emojis in the chat. Niggas is building with us. They cursing us out. Marlon, we will move on when we choose to move on.
542 in here fucking with us, gang, man. You feel me?
Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
We just having a build, gang. Build with niggas.
Real quick,
regardless
if you
sound crazy or not, build, nigga.
Hit the like button, run the likes up, lock in with the rap roundtable. We having some fun tonight because the topic is the whole idea of this shadow war with the fan bases is hilarious. It's hilarious to me. Like to me, 2 fan bases. This is really Hatfields. This is not even Hatfields. McCoys. This is Yankees and Red Sox. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying? This is
Boston.
Celtics and Lakers right now. Like it's pure
This
disdain
hatred
on both sides. You know what I'm saying?
A little smidgen of hatred.
You know,
yo, Bill,
nonsense.
Yo, Bill, we gotta let you go. We about to wrap this up in a second. You know what I'm saying? But
hey,
BTG, yo.
Hey, Mace, before I get out of here, I just want to let you, it's a quick reminder. He turned one of your favorite rappers into a podcaster.
Hey, man.
You know what? It ain't no favorites on this panel, gang.
That's a good shirt, Baylor. You know that's all I'm gonna say. That's a good shirt right there.
Hey, man,
that's a good shirt, homie.
Shout to Jermaine. You know what I mean?
Board certified, nigga. Class certified.
Kendrick, so he had to battle Macito. You know what I'm saying?
I got bricks over here.
Send the crack over, man.
Baylor, you threw in our little Laker chat that you got some content coming on the way. Is there a date for when that's gonna drop so that our chat can log in with you? And where can they find it, of course?
Open Run with BTG. The gym is always open as long as I got the key. That's dropping on Wednesday.
The gym ain't open for me. I ain't been invited on Open Run in like 2 years.
Jar, this is not you got to chill. You told me you got to chill.
You got to chill.
Hey, Baylor was calling me out. Almost out again. Baylor been calling me out about the rap round table for mad long, but I can't remember the last time I've been on Open Run game.
Yeah, and you the starting point guard. I'm just here to spar with you.
It's your team. You got to put me in the game.
I'll say no more. I didn't know I was a player coach. I was okay.
Now,
well, certified though.
BTG. Okay. Where can they find that out? What's the DSPs? What's your socials, bro?
All the DSPs. Open Run with BTG, part of the Rare Sonnets Network. BTG for President. Black Horror and Humor. Yeah, we out. And I'm also the Western point guard for the Rap Roundtable. I need some more burn though. That's all I'm saying.
Are you asking for burn, but I can't get an open run? Nigga.
Look, I got to give Stephen A. something to complain about.
I
make everything up. All right.
Goodbye, sir.
My God, be good, Brody.
BTG in the building. We hope y'all been having fun with us, man. It's been a hell of a podcast
fun today.
You know what I'm saying? But before we get up out of here again, hit the like button if you haven't already. There was a situation with Irv Gotti passing and Ja Rule doing a Breakfast Club interview and feeling some type of way about this situation. My question to, and matter of fact, let me read what 50 said to Ja Rule, because 50 is always on Instagram. He says the Breakfast Club should be ashamed of themselves asking questions that perpetuates violence. This fool has been getting ready to go to what he calls nuclear for 22 years. Yo, what is it gonna take for us to move on from this Ja Rule and 50 thing? Do they need a kumbaya moment? Like what's going on here, man?
This is a lifetime job. Like, we got to keep it real. Like, it's really a lifetime because of 50. I feel like there's been multiple times where Ja was just kind of like, all right, bro. Like, I'm tired of hating somebody for life. But 50, almost lost his life over this. This is just like I said, hate is everlasting from the Club Paradise. Well, hate is everlasting from the G Unit camp, for real, okay? This is, and I can't lie, this is, I can't say about nobody getting hurt because they got hurt at the very beginning. So, hopefully, they keep it out of the streets. I wouldn't like two men in their 40s and 50s to be, trying to kill each other. That's kind of crazy, that I don't want that. Happens. But as far as the part of it that's available to the public, the part that we can be witness to, I'm always entertained. I'm not gonna lie. Like, come on, you could barely get through the captions, y'all. You know what I mean? So for me, I would have, as a lifetime, G Unit fan, as somebody who was, hurt that Irv Gotti passed, rest in peace to Irv. You know what I mean? But I fuck with it, man. Yeah, keep shitting on each other, man. This is the type of energy that I like to see. You know what I mean? No fake hate, real hate.
Talk to me, Deanie.
Everlasting is the word. Like, sometimes it's beef and sometimes it's just hatred. Like, you can have a little issue with a nigga and y'all just have an issue. Like, whenever I see you, it may be on. This is hatred, bro. Like, these niggas hate each other more so on the side of 50. There's been a couple times where I feel like Ja was almost on the sake of like, yo, do we really got to keep doing this? And 50 basically popped it. Yes, nigga, forever, nigga, till we die. Like, it just, that's like you said, niggas got shot up, chains stolen, people injured. Like, there's a lot of shit between these two men that we really just don't know the true real story behind, bro. And some niggas is just some niggas it's for life. You know, that's what I always tell people. You got to be careful who you play with because you never know who you fucking with. You know, you can push a nigga, that nigga pull out a gun and blow your head off because he's on that type of time. You might not be on that type of time. That's why you got to move carefully. You got to know you fucking with. 50 Cent is a nigga that is for life. You listen to the niggas that 50 fucks with, you listen to Tony tell you, like, yo, it's for life. Be like, you can't talk that nigga out of nothing. He's his own nigga, headstrong, stubborn, whatever you want to call it, bro. But this is the type of time I'm on. Fuck these niggas for life. He said he was smoking on runs. Put your man in my runs, bro. Like, that's a young man's term. He even brought the kid out of 50.
Smoke. Job, you muted right now. He don't even smoke.
He don't even smoke, bro. So this is, and you know, like, we're from the era, this is that era where like niggas is getting shot for just mentioning that type of shit. So this is full on beef, bro.
These two guys is almost a combined 100 years old. What are we talking about?
Niggas don't age,
on and hate, like, what are we doing?
Hate don't age, bro. Hate don't age. Hate is like wine. I should just keep getting better and better every year if you keep it stored right. And that's pretty much what's going on with these niggas. This is forever, bro. This will never end.
I saw a tweet from Ja that was mentioning that telling 50 to talk about how he was the reason that the feds had the case on Murder Inc. because he dropped the dime and all this and that. It's like, dang. Like, what? You know, maybe, you know what? Hold on. Maybe, who am I to tell a person how to tell their story, right? I want to make sure that I get that out in the open for. Oh, we got sent back. Oh, okay, I thought that was. I thought Sin got yanked off the internet. You know what I mean? Welcome back, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
My phone died. My phone died. So I didn't want to leave y'all like that. So
copy, Brody.
I mean, you got we talking about John 50 right now. You got any final words on the war between Kendrick and Drake fans, or you cool on that?
Nah, man. You know my stance, man.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I was saying that I don't want to tell Ja how to tell his story.
Be good, Sin.
Oh, you else? Oh, all right, Sin. Be good, bro. Enjoy your vacation, man.
Love, bro. Enjoy your shit.
I didn't want to leave y'all like that, but I do have to go though.
Do your thing, man.
Turn up, bro.
Take a shot for
Peace
the game.
to the family.
Will do, of course.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Sin for making sure he got the goodbye off. But it's like, I don't want to tell Ja how to tell his story because the federal thing did happen. But it's just like, yo, like, my man, it happened. You took one of the toughest. Because honestly, the whole idea that you could say Drake got Ja Rule, we got to put that to bed because Drake just dropped. He's still charting. Maybe he's not charting the way he used to chart, but he's still on the charts. He's still doing his little numbers or whatever the case. Like, Ja Rule's really a one of one when it comes to being near the top of the world and then being black holed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can understand his frustration, but it's like, my man, at this point, I feel like you just letting like 50 dictate your existence in the culture. You even won the verses. People thought you couldn't win them. I think didn't he do the verse? What did he do the verses against? It was Fat Joe.
Fat Joe.
You did the verses against Fat Joe. You reminded people that you had joints. Clean win.
Clear.
But why you keep going back? That you keep running back to this one moment in time. It's just like, listen, the only way 50 can have power. Look at what Floyd don't take on 50 no more. The only way 50 can have power over you is if you keep talking about this guy.
Yep.
You got to move on, man.
Eternal, bro.
It's really tough out here, man. And another thing I wanted to ask y'all about before we wrap it up, you know, this Jim Jones PDF T-shirt can
no go, Jimmy.
What?
No go.
Mexico, again, man. I gotta come to you with that.
Listen, it's all deriving from the infamous Kanye story in the academic interview where he mentioned he helped Jim Jones get $2 million. And then he asked Jim Jones to send him a PDF of the fly niggas in New York. That's, you know, pause at that in general. You know, send me a PDF of fly niggas. You know what I mean? I don't know what the Jim Jones yay text thread looks like, but that part is spooky. But, you know what I mean? Because of that, the now infamous story, Jim Jones thinks it's a good idea. You know, in today's episode of Not Reading the Room, he releases a shirt that says PDF. It just says PDF right on the front of it. Something about something till Friday, Dean. Like, I don't remember exactly what it stands for.
It had a whole bunch of writing in the back.
You can search it up. Please, something till Friday. Like Please don't front. Some dumb shit. I don't know what it is.
Please delete Friday. That's what it was.
Please delete Friday. Okay. You know what I mean? I don't even know why the fuck that means. But Jim Jones, clearly, you know, they say he's the oldest YN. He's showing his age in less YN in this part. Because he might not know what PDF means in these streets these days on the internet. You know what I mean? What we trying to say when we say PDF. But if Jim Jones thinks that anybody from 8 to 80 years old is about to be walking around in a multicolored PDF shirt right now, then you know, Jimmy, you know, you as dumb as Ye was trying to act like you were, bro. That's super crazy. He better hope that Pusha T is done recording this Clips album, because I think he just found the bar of the year somewhere in there with the release of this shirt.
Nasty work, bro.
Well, like Dini, like what's going on uptown, man? Like
yo,
it's Capo. He doing live streams with the kids.
And that's the issue, bro. Like, I love Jim because Jim is like the oldest young nigga. You know what I'm saying? But it's like being the oldest young nigga means you're tapped into what's going on. There's no way you did not know that was a thing. There's no way over the last year you did not know that was ringing off. Drake's nickname was basically that for like a nice summertime. Like, he couldn't escape allegations. Jim, I need an explanation. Yo, maybe we gotta get Jim on the show, B. Like, I really need to talk to him about this. And the shit is pink, ain't it? It's a pink tee.
It's a white shirt with like
with fruity letters,
pastel coloring. Careful with the lingo,
right?
You
multicolored,
okay?
multicolored. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
like fruit colored. Fruit is colorful.
Pastel.
Yes. Nasty work. Absolute nasty work. Not reading the room, not understanding the base of what's going on in the culture right now, which is crazy because that's like permeating through the culture, this whole PDF shit. So the fact he's not hands-on ground, ear to the ground with that's nasty. You're basically terminating your old young nigga status, bro. You're supposed to be the nigga tapped in with the young folks.
Like, the thing is, I know he aiming for like he trying to troll Ye. But it's like
not a good way to do it.
That was a bad play on your part, because I like in your haste to make fun of Kanye, you kind of prove Kanye's point. You know what I mean? Because Kanye was calling you dumb at the end of the day, was he not?
Cameron somewhere laughing, bro.
But this is the thing. Killer talks about the fact that these guys are kind of impulsive and they don't make smart moves, and then you pull this stunt right here, and Killer like, see. What's Killer doing that thing? That what you call it? What is it? What is that? The Shannon Sharp shit. That meme? You know what I mean?
Right. Where you just pointing at him like,
right, like, see? You know what I mean? Because it's like that situation right there is pretty tough. Like, PDF T-shirt. Wow, it ain't like the Drake. It ain't like the Drake and Kendrick beef is done. We still in the teeth of this storm. And then you put out a PDF shirt.
I hate this for Jimmy, bro.
You looking like you an OVO operative, like low key. You know what I'm saying?
And Jim, you was doing all right, man. You got the album was fire. You doing your thing with Dice Peso, like you really cooking. The streets like loving you. You doing your thing with Dave East. You got a great thing going on, bro. We did not need that. You could have went back and dropped some old Dipset merch. Would have been here for that. You know what I'm saying? I would have took an all red bandana jacket or something, bro. We just didn't need what we got from Jimmy, man. Nasty work.
Is there a possibility? Is there a possibility that like he had came up with the idea, got it made, but by now he realizes
that's definitely possible.
Because conspicuously he's not modeling the shirts. It's not like he's rocking the PDF shirt, you know, doing the joint, like, you know what I mean? Hopefully not. Hopefully there are no photos of you in a PDF shirt.
The team logos on the damn joint, like, come on, bro.
Listen.
It's just very unnecessary. Very unnecessary.
It's very unbecoming of the man that we call Capo to make such a rookie mistake like that. Like, but then again, you know, when you get offended, sometimes you tend to act outside of yourself when you get emotional, because you feel like, I know this MF is not talking to me like this or calling me dumb. I'm Jim Jones. I'm Capo status. I'm not no dummy.
So he would never talk to me like that in my face type shit.
And we know Jim has a propensity for getting emotional. It's on brand for him to get emotional and then do things that's impulsive, like beefing with Jay-Z, only to end up eventually signing the Rock Nation, beefing with Cameron, time and time again. You know what I'm saying?
The crying on the radio station shit was crazy back then. But it's emotional shit. Like shit hit your chest, man.
But
Short of this is just hilarious. Though,
yeah, it is. Like, it's just weird, bro.
Of all shirts to document saying this is what I'm advertising, like
in 2025, bro.
That's a fact.
PDF. Where are we?
And then you do it in those colors, bro.
Where are we, bro? The Twilight Zone.
And pastel colors are kids' colors. Let's be clear. So it's like, is this a double entendre? Don't even ask me how, literally, because he didn't mean it. You know what I mean?
A Harlem nigga Easter. My Harlem niggas get fly for Easter, bro. Maybe this was an Easter thing with the pastels.
One of the kid friendliest holiday. You drop a PDF T-shirt.
Nasty.
Yo,
listen.
Hey, yo,
look, bro.
That brought that whole conversation home, bro.
Let's get to this super chat situation so we can wrap it up. Shout out to everybody who's running this race with us. We love y'all. If you haven't by now, make sure that you hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe option. Hit the notification bell. I don't know where we at likes-wise. I don't necessarily care at the moment. Don't spoil. I like to be surprised at the end of the streams. But if you haven't, hit the like button. We need at least 400 likes on each and every video. That feeds the algorithm. Shout out to all the real humans. Hashtag real humans. You know how we feel about y'all. You know what I mean?
Know the vibes.
First super chat of the evening was Jeremy Cole, one of our staunch supporters on here, on YouTube, on Twitter, on the socials. He rocks with the gang. Mace quoting academics. The rap roundtable should be ashamed. They were on your head top today, boy.
I know they probably killing me in the supers today.
They're killing you all over the chat. You know what I'm saying? Down with it. Down in Dixie says, $5 holla. I guess those were 133.5 million bots that watched the Super Bowl halftime show and broke MJ's record. Fuck out of here. Woo.
Touche.
Yikes.
T-Mac says, because you all OVO Capo Mace, why is Lawbury amending his lawsuit to remove the body allegations? Drake just got his lace front and man unit installed. Braves. I can't even say, what is it, the Braves? Damn.
Touche.
Drake, that next album better be fire, Drake. You see, see how they doing me out here, bro?
Molly Jolly and Jenny on the low pimp Bayless. What are the name? I don't know this person, but shout out to you. $10. All I know is the way some of y'all New Yorkers be glazing, Drake is definitely the king of New York. Y'all boys let Pity, Patois, Albie Shirt, and Ghost run New York, and his run wasn't 15 years. It was 5 at best. How does New York constantly get blamed? This is the shit. How do we keep getting blamed for Drake? Like, Drake was not in New York at the peak of his powers. He was in Atlanta. He was in Houston. He was in California. He was in Vegas. Why do y'all keep blaming New York? See, this is why we told. Matter of fact, I remember.
We get blamed for everything.
All of the old hip hop principals who co-signed Drake, the Flexes of the world, and whoever else, all old niggas that's 50 plus, y'all make us look bad. Because as a city, yes, there's Drake fans. But people keep saying this whole rhetoric that Drake ran New York when he was in Atlanta. It's beyond me. Do y'all say the same thing to niggas in Atlanta and they chats? Like, how do we keep getting blamed for this shit? I've come across more Kendrick fans in New York than Drake fans, if I'm being completely truthful. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the age demographic thing. Maybe the younger kids like Drake. And even still, with the kids in this era, the kids don't even like Drake like that. They listening to drill shit in New York.
Right. New
York is a bubble. Like, it's more kids in New York listening to drill raps and 20-somethings listening to drill raps than listening to Drake. So stop putting Drake on New York City. Enough already. M. Marquisha, the $20 holler, says he called from vacation. Y'all pissed his ear off. Real talk. There are so many losers in hip hop. Numbers, bots, comment sections. Nigga, can someone go rap, please? The music is real. West Coast. Exactly, man. You get it. Just drop the raps.
Good looks, M.
Jeremy Coax, y'all hating up the GNX tour starts this weekend. We might. I know Sin is. I might. I don't know yet.
Off. I might as well.
Yeah. For real.
Molly Jolly says Hunt 9 a top 5 alias. Maybe. Who knows? Because the timing was crazy.
Definitely.
Double barrel. What's good, family? Ack is close to fully switching on Drake, man. Ain't it? Yeah.
Gotta be.
Remember what I told y'all? Drake treats academics like the chubby girl that he don't want nobody to know that he dating. Remember I told you that a while ago.
That's a fact.
Fangirl 12 says, Mesito, haven't you learned anything from this battle? Trying to son Kenny is how Drake got on his bad side in the first place. Wolf.
80 weeks. 80 weeks.
Nothing was the same as Drake's only classic, but that was fire. Them Ghosts did their thing on that. Drake ain't never brought up Kenny a day in his life. 5-year run, not 15.
Listen, man, I was in my bag right there. You gotta admit, I was in my bag.
When you on go time, it's go time, bro.
Ethiopian princess with a $10 holler says Drake is still sneak dissing while actively revising his lawsuit. The audacity of this guy. Additionally, the claim that tickets are 60% off are false. Drake fans are creating a false narrative. It's not a narrative. It's not a narrative. It's literally, it was posted on the reseller's Instagram saying it's 60% off. It's a resale website. They're trying to make their money. It's not, if you go to Ticketmaster, the tickets are still full price and they're not 60% off. Deanie talked about that. He pulled up the tickets on his phone, gang. I told y'all it was
live and direct.
I forgot
the K9, man. Y'all are sharp.
You know what I'm saying? let me pull it up again. Let me pull it up again so I can understand, because y'all not gonna misquote me. It's the Game Time app. Stadium related application has 60% off. Okay. If you go to the Game Time app's Instagram, the post might still be there. I'm not 100% sure. Moving on, Jermaine L. Johnson says, we remember listening to Hell on Earth and the Hotline Bling comes on immediately after. The audacity of OVO to complain about Dot's label push. Yeah.
That sounds like a fire shuffle to me, JLJ.
CC dropped $2. Much love. Shout out to Ian. Home team says, shouts to y'all leveling up y'all game last week. Glasses, Loke, and the Rome Dog both have me glued to the screen. That's what we try to do. Speaking of the Rome Dog, we're going to talk about that more in a second. Humble Bragger, $5 holler says, the OVO said Drake didn't cancel. He rescheduled a tour in Australia, and it was sold out, right? So where are the new dates? It was super cap. Yeah, I asked that question. Because it's like, we talking about tours and prices. My man left Australia and didn't come back. And there were reports that it wasn't like a clean sellout in Australia. It was kind of shaky with the ticket sales. And I just feel like he went to Australia to get out of the North American hemisphere. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga needed a break for that.
He wanted to get out of the Western hemisphere while Kendrick was wilding for a week straight between the Grammys and the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I have no time for logic in the middle of an argument, okay?
Cam Porter with a $5 holler says BBLs, hair paces, painted nails is crazy. Kendrick said he was in competition with Sexy Red. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I thought he was talking about Playboy Cardi at first, but
possible.
And then we got NBA Young Cole being a quality hater. Glasses Malone, literally a nobody. Be on literally everybody's podcast. I mean,
it's a lot of hate, bro.
You know, if this was a clout platform, maybe you saying that would matter. But we like hip hop people who have people who listen to them on our platforms, because those are the conversations we like to be in. Let's be clear. There's a bot asking about Minecraft. You're officially banned. We don't give a fuck. Who the fuck gives a fuck about Minecraft? Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Fuck Minecraft. I don't know nothing about that shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Hold on. I saw a chat here before. Y'all can't say, here go Rome Wise. Rome Wise, sometimes you make sense, sometimes you be pissing me off. Let me see what you're saying here. Y'all can't say NY to Mecca, and that's why Drake fans ran the game to say NY is irrelevant in every other conversation. See, Rome Wise, that's why I said, you my favorite commenter. I don't know, you know what I mean? You my favorite commenter, exactly. Y'all can't blame New York for Drake. This is not our fault. No. You know what I mean? I'm not standing on that. This Drake is not our
Drake
fault,
got more
bro.
Songs with Southern rappers and LA rappers than New York rappers.
Come on, bro. What New York rapper Drake ever helped? He ain't even.
Closest thing is Fetty. That's Jersey.
He's from Jersey, and he's very Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, he ain't even hop on the Pop Smoke wave. Maybe
he ain't signed off on that Benny verse. Like,
Facts.
Come on.
Facts.
Get the fuck out of here. Leave us alone. Anyway. Anthony says support your local rappers, and I 100%
believe that.
You know, that comment is right on time, because you know a lot of y'all in this here chat, we dropped a video on Friday afternoon that y'all completely ignored. You know, we know y'all want to hear about the rap news, but we went to the show. Rome Streets presented the town. It was a bit of a showcase, but it was definitely, as Deanie coined it, like a summer jam for the New York underground scene. In a lot of ways, we were able to document that event, and it was an ill show. And let's be clear, just talk about what's happening in New York and who's not putting on. You got a bunch of out of towners asking questions about New York. Oh, why don't they? When we are regularly in the New York trenches. If nothing else, the Rap Roundtable resides in the New York trenches of hip hop. We listen to everything from the drill to the hardest underground shit you could imagine. And we went to this show, and a lot of y'all didn't tap in. Y'all need to tap in real quick. If y'all see the pinned comment is the video itself. But before y'all tap into that, and we're gonna let y'all go in a second. But before we get into that, here is the opening, I would say, minute or so of that documentary. Again, everything shot by us, no support. We set up a camera, we use our cell phones, we grabbed the footage, and we put together a 20-minute mini documentary about one of the biggest shows ever in New York underground history, arguably, considering all of these acts who have motion and they doing things and they making money with their craft for a city that y'all said doesn't have motion. They put it together. New York, all 5 boroughs represented. It was a fire show. Real quick, just take a look at the first minute of the Town documentary presented by us, the Rap Roundtable.
They always keep this motherfucking shit lit. They always tap into the culture. They always tell you what the fuck it is. Right. The rules say the
we put the whole thing together.
There you go. That was the first minute of the doc. Again, everything done by us, shot by us, edited by us, interviews put together by us. Make sure that y'all tap in. I just threw the link right there. Is in the chat. I'm gonna pin it so that everyone can see it. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck with it, yeah.
Make sure y'all tap in with that. Again, y'all love bars. Y'all love hip hop. Y'all love that we love hip hop. And a lot of y'all questioning what's going on in New York. This is a 20-minute documentary on YouTube, not Tubi, for y'all to tap in and get the sense of what's happening in New York City. I would have played the whole 20 minutes for y'all, but there would have been a strike. We got to protect our
entity.
Monetization, because you know what I mean. But definitely, that's the first minute of it. The link is there. Tap in, lock in with the Rap Roundtable, lock in with New York City hip hop. If someone got to put on for the city, why not us? And we thank the guys who allowed us a documentary, allowed us to interview and put that shine on the artists that deserve that shine. And some of those artists that we interviewed will in fact be coming to the studio for some sit down interviews, long form commentary pretty soon. Deanie the Balance, take us home, man.
Yep. Yo, you heard that, brother, man. Tap in, check that fucking documentary out. Yo, there's a lot of people you know, there's a lot of people you don't know. But trust me, when you tap in, you will get familiar. Everybody's talented. Shout out to Sin, all the way on vacation from across the fucking seas. Had to bring that energy, had to stand up for his man Kenny. Sin Lang, love you, brother. Jarvie, the motherfucking point guard, always keeping everything effervescent here. Macito, they was on you today, Mace. I got a little hate too, but they was on you, but you resilient, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Still bringing the news, still keeping it funky. I'm Deanie, the Balance of the Force. With our powers combined, man, we here for y'all. We love y'all. Hit the like before you go. It's the Rap Roundtable Monday Night Raw. You dig? We love y'all.
Yes, sir. Episode